Hey, Peter, I just wanted to give you a quick recap of what the plan is for your sewer system. This is where it comes out of the building. This is after the two units connect and it exits the foundation of your property. Now, right at this corner, this was break number one, if you will. We had to manually replace this as soon as possible because it was leaking pretty bad. This was causing some of the water to go under the property and cause that flood that we had underneath. So as you can see, it's clay piping and every joint is in pretty bad shape and it's starting to shift. So from this point on, all the way up to here, you can see that the piping starts taking a sick dive. Now, the reason for that is because when this sewer system was installed, it was installed a very long time ago. And back then, the codes were different. Okay, so as you can see, it's taking a crazy dive. All this we're going to manually replace. We already have most of it exposed. So from this point here to this hole, we're going to do a trenchless replacement. We're going to shoot a liner there. Now this is where it starts getting deeper and more interesting, okay? A camera inspection found that there was a break here and you can see that portion of the pipe is missing there. Okay, now this right here used to be a clean out of some sorts a long time ago, but they covered it and I don't know why they covered it, but anyhow, you can see that here it starts taking a crazy depth and dive. At this point here, this is where it takes a 10-foot drop. Now the depth right here is 6 feet. So from this point to the retaining wall, it's a 10-foot drop. At that point, we're going to shoot a liner that will prevent us from even messing with the retaining wall. So when we get ready to do the liner from this hole to the back, we're going to shoot a liner, and from this point to that second hole over, excuse me, the third hole, we're going to shoot another liner. That's going to save us having to mess or excavate near the retaining wall. Hey, Peter, this is where it gets very interesting. So the reason we're opening this hole here is so that we could repair the three major cracks, the biggest cracks and breaks that you had in your system. Now, unfortunately, there comes some times where we can't use technology to repair breaks and cracks, because imagine with me, if you will, that when the lining material is inserted into the pipe, before it hardens, it's at its weakest condition because it's saturated. It's like saturation. It's like saturating a sock, if you will, and that sock is saturated with adhesive. So if it gets stuck in a crack, if it gets stuck in one of the ridges of the crack or the break of the pipe, it's going to rip the material and it's not going to be effective as the manufacturer wants it to be. So we have to open this up. And once again, from this hole over here through the retaining wall, under the retaining wall, we're going to shoot a liner. We're going to manually replace the piping at 15 feet here. And from this point to the city connection, which is in the middle of Allesandro, we're going to go ahead and shoot a liner. And at the end of this sewer repair, you're going to have 100% brand new sewer. Now, before we cover this up, what we could do is we could cut the portion of the driveway from the dirt here to here, and we could run the new water mains and bring them up this point away from the tree. So what I would like to do is right where that water meter's at, I'm going to leave a 1-inch pipe that's going to be available for the city to connect to. Or when they drop the meter in, Peter, it'll be easy for us to connect to, and we would already have those two pipes that we need. I think this is the best time to run these pipes so that we don't come back and mess with the driveway ever again, being that this part is vacant. It gives us a head start on the water mains. So really quick, Peter, before we seal that up, what I was thinking of doing is we could bore the new water mains under this driveway here. Before we seal this cement up, we could run two lines. One line is going to be connected to the meter and give the building water in the meantime, okay? But we're going to upgrade this pipe and keep it away from the right hand side of the property. So we'll bring both pipes under the driveway and up to here. Once we're done with that big hole, all we have to do is open a 1 foot wide trench from the dirt to there, and then we could run a new water main in through that hole under the retaining wall and have your two new water mains installed before we could seal that up. We are already getting inspected on the drain, so this would be the ideal time to get inspected on the water mains at the same time. This is giving us a head start on the water mains, Peter. I think this is the ideal time to get this taken care of. So what I'll do is we'll do the sewer. We'll focus on the sewer first. Once we're done with the sewer, we'll install the water and get everything inspected in one shot. Now, for the water main, I would like to leave the brand new line in this area here so that when they do drop the new meter in, the one that you ordered, we would already have a head start, and all we have to do is just connect the pipe that I'm leaving there, and then we're good to go. That gives us a head start on all this work, and at the same time, we're in good standing because we're going to get inspected.